herders. What is the identity, as far as you know, as the #1 citizen of the state? What do you know about this narrative?
Let's have the narrative very correct. We know Nigerians by our own ethnicities. We can identify a Fulani man, a Yoruba man, a Hausa man, and all that. We know them. And then with the regular traditional herders, we know them walking with cows, just herders, and then with some stick and at most the machetes. That is not the case. These folks are coming in fully armed with AK-47s, AK-49. They don't bear the Nigerian looks, and they don't speak what we speak. Their Hausa, it's one sort of Hausa. It's not the normal Hausa we Nigerians speak. So it is with the Fulanis they speak. There is a trend of language they speak. And there are some of our people who understand what they speak, and they give it names. They say they are Malians and different form of people, but they are not Nigerians, believe it. This is the second phase we are seeing. The initial one was with the traditional herders. The traditional herders, we had less troubles with them. And it might interest you to know that in a number of cases, when the terrorists now come in, it's the traditional herders that we give us some kind of heads up that certain people have come in, they don't know them, and what these people do with any person on their way is cleared. This is never associated with the other traditional groups that used to pass through to Benue and then they move further down to the south. What we see, what we experience has a new, different, strange face. And it is quite alarming. If you go to Hyacinth Alia local government now, the entire local government is extremely infested with these terrorists. They have spread themselves everywhere. They are everywhere. And it's not only this. Believe me, it is a siege. We are under a siege.
Governor.
Because out of the 27, out of the 23 local governments, I had mentioned 17. Since we came in, we turned this down so much that 9 local governments were now in the red lines. But again, we fought in a very serious way that the majority of the local governments that are in the red lines, now in the front lines of these insurgencies, are now 6. And it is quite troubling. It is very troubling.
Let me ask you, are we seeing a new strain of terrorist sect or cell in our country with a hosting hosted in your